Well, good evening. How many came to this afternoon's performance? Good, we're glad you're back. Really? Now remember, this is all about fun and games. But what you're going to see tonight is more than just an ordinary day. That's the play. But you'll find out soon ahead that it's more than just an ordinary day.
Is it off?
It's not off.
Hello there, everybody. We're ready to go. You know, you may remember that in a recent play, Fergie went to the hospital for a simple garden snake bite. And although it was not a near death experience, it destroyed his savings. And he had a large hospital bill, and he was overwhelmed with all the charges. Well, there's a little known story about one of Fergie's efforts to raise money for his debts. You see, a man from the Oreo Cookie Company called on him and asked if for 400 they could put Oreo cookies sign advertisement on his car. Fergie agreed, thinking that small amount would be a start towards paying the bills. And he secretly smiled because he never drove the car anymore, and it was always parked in the garage. But the joke was on him when 400 boxes of Oreo cookies arrived instead of dollars. So Dorothy said there was no way that she was going to live in Cookie Land and told him to get rid of them. Oh well, perhaps that's the least of his worries for now. Dorothy says that they now have more to pay, and she is sure that he doesn't have any more money for more to pay. As usual, Fergie seeks a friend for support and encouragement. Bob arrives at Fergie's apartment.
Oh, Bob, thanks for coming by. I am so glad to see you. I need a friend to help me deal with my changing life.
Oh, it's good to see you, Fergie. Uh, I thought, I thought all your problems were solved.
Well, I thought so too, but now Dorothy says there are more bills coming in. I just don't understand at all.
Well, you can handle that, Fergie. I happen to know that for years you put money in that piggy bank, left over from your childhood days. There might be a small fortune in that.
No way, no way. Who uses real money anymore? And not even me. So my piggy bank is just as useless as an ashtray on a motorcycle.
That is useless.
Yeah.
Surely, though, you have money in a savings account or a bank account, CDs, or some investment, don't you?
No. Actually, I'm so poor, I had to fry up most of my nest egg.
Well, I know what poor is. In my childhood days, my brother and I had to ride double on a stick horse.
Oh, yeah.
But are you worried about your future, Fergie?
Well, no. The hospital expenses neutralized my worry button. It is actually Dorothy who does all the worrying now, and when she is upset about something, she harps on it day and night. She even wants me to get a job and join the workforce again.
Well, I know Dorothy, and you better find that dream job quickly. course, I think any job is a dream job if you fall asleep like I used to.
Okay, I think she must be joking, but she seems to be very serious. I don't know.
Well, don't worry, Fergie. I don't think anybody would employ you at your advanced age.
Advanced age? You are older than me. My brain still works. I was very successful in my career days, but I'm not feeling ambitious now. Dorothy wants to talk to me about it this morning. She is upset.
Well, you don't have to remind me about my age, but Dorothy upset?
Yeah.
That bothers me. You know, I've seen her upset before, and I think I'm out of here before I see that again.
Whoa. Here, take a box of cookies with you.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, thank you, Fergie.
Well, Dorothy usually tries to help Fergie in every way, so why is she nagging him now? Fergie has survived the snake bite, he's out of the hospital, and friends have shown their loyalty by their concern for him. All should live happily ever after, right? Well, Fergie is all for the happy life, but Dorothy cannot forget their debts. Maybe she needs to explain more about this more debt. She has to convince Fergie to increase their income to take care of it. And to her, that means Fergie must get a job.
Now, Fergie, we need to talk.
No, Dorothy, I don't know why you are stressed. I thought we were debt-free. I am not suffering from the snake bite. I am a happy camper.
That's good, that's good. I don't know what camp you're in, but my camp, Oh Me More, is not happy at all. You cannot assume that all is well. I've read the mail you put aside, unopened, I might add, and there's no evidence of fishing or swimming or string art or popsicle craft. Just more debts from people who know where you live. There are bills for lab work and doctor bills.
But so what? We can pay off a doctor. We've done it many, many times before.
A doctor? A doctor? There's an admitting doctor, there's a lab doctor, there's a consulting doctor, and there's a discharge doctor, and there's others who have titles I can't even pronounce.
Oh, no doubt each of them spent only a few minutes doing on me what you just said. Surely their bills are reasonable.
Haven't you learned anything about fees? What you call reasonable amounts to another $30,000 debt.
What? $30,000? Well, there's an old saying, you cannot get blood from a turnip. And so what can they do to me? They can't get money that I don't have.
Well, I know one turnip who might go to jail.
But look, I'm retired. I cannot deal with these things. My brain can't catch up with what you're saying. Plus, it's time for my nap.
Even old retired people who need a nap can be jailed. I don't want to visit you in a place like that. Plus, I doubt I could get Michael Burks to authorize a driver to take me to the Washington County Detention Center.
I doubt it.
Oh my, can you imagine the talk when someone saw a BTV van pull out of the jail parking lot? Our reputation would be
Oh,
ruined.
come on, Dorothy. Dorothy, you are much, much too serious. Now look, just lighten up a little bit.
One of us has to be realistic and face this dilemma.
But where is my light-hearted wife who used to take long walks and do picnics in the park?
We go through passages and we just passed through one. The park is closed now and the picnic basket is empty.
What can I do to make you feel better?
Well, it's about time you ask. Now let's consider what kind of work you can still do.
Work! Dorothy, must I? I am just too old for this.
Why, just yesterday, I heard you tell someone you're only as old as you feel, and you felt quite well.
Well, I guess I passed through that passage too, because suddenly my body is resisting all that you say.
I'll help you find the job you need. You still have a lot of unused potential.
Ah, man, I haven't noticed. Not at all.
Just think, you'll find new interests and meet new people.
I don't need to know new people. I like my old friends around me.
Okay, put a smile on your face and let's dig up some of your old resumes and we can send them out tomorrow.
What's the rush? Haven't you heard that haste makes waste?
Haven't you heard that doing nothing takes you nowhere? Nowhere. Now get busy.
Have you thought of the expenses of going back to work? I might have to have new clothes. I need lunch money. I need money for transportation and on and on.
You can find a job that doesn't require new clothing. Something that calls for everyday wear. They may rule out the bank president, but surely there are well-paying jobs in casual wear. I still know how to make tuna fish sandwiches and bologna sandwiches that you can take with you. And for economic travel, you use your bicycle and save money.
What? My bicycle? I have lost my balance.
A little practice will take care of that. And I'll ask our friends to assist in finding the right work for you. And get rid of all these cookies. Let's go to lunch.
Well, okay, that sounds good. I think we ought to go to lunch.
Well, life has many turns and twists with problems and challenges to overcome. And we often act like we know what we're doing and know all the answers. Dorothy thinks she's found the answer to this latest problem. After all, Fergie should be able to earn $30,000 in no time at all. He only has to work long enough to earn that amount, and then he can retire again to a life of ease. Dorothy remembers that Fergie earned an awesome salary in his previous career. She thinks he can do it again, and he doesn't even want to think about it at all. But let's not focus on Fergie and Dorothy as the only ones who need help. Perhaps all Butterfield residents have problems of some sort. We must be fair and give equal time and attention to all. Susan Riggs may have an urgent need that we've not heard about. Maybe we can help her. Gail, Sherry, and Jean want to help out.
Help! Help! Harry! Something's happened to Susan. She's in shock.
What happened? Did you fall? Are you bleeding? Did you have a heart attack?
Have you called 911? Can you move your arms?
How many fingers do you see?
What's today's date?
Do you know who the President of the United States is?
I don't care. Oh, it hurts. Oh.
Susan, let's just calm down. Just calm down a minute. Tell us all about it. Tell us what is really wrong.
Oh, it's just awful. I can't get this brush off my head. The little knobs on the bristles are all tangled up in the hair, and every time I try to get it out, it just gets more tangled and it just gets worse. I don't know what to do. Oh.
Well, surely we can help you. Let me get a little closer look here. Oh goodness. Let's see. Have you tried turning it like this and pull it down?
Oh, stop! You're killing me! I feel faint.
Oh, I'm sorry. That's really tight.
Oh.
This should not be that difficult. I'll try to force it out a little at a time. It's really stuck.
Oh, it really hurts! Oh! Oh!
Well, I'll try pushing the brush down and pull it up quickly. Gail, hold her head steady.
My eyes! They're popping out of my head!
Oh, here, this water will help you.
Oh!
Oh my. Have you tried wiggling the brush sideways and pulling it down like this?
Oh, no! Stop. God already knows how many hairs are on my head, and I do not want to make him count all over again.
Here, try this screwdriver.
Oh, a screwdriver. Well, maybe I can just loosen the hair with it. I'll pull it back and forth.
Oh, my life is passing before my eyes. Am I dying?
Well, I'm trying.
Oh.
Step
It
aside.
seems to be stuck.
Oh.
All right. Step aside. Let me see this.
Oh.
You know, I'm a nurse, and let me see if I can help you in any way. What this needs, as I look at it, is grease. Does anybody have some grease? Yeah.
Grease.
Here's some Crisco. Oh, Crisco. Well, that's good. I read on the internet that Crisco will take gum out of your hair, so let's go for a hairbrush. I'm going to put this handle in this Crisco, and then I'm going to put it into the hair here where it is just so tangled. And I don't know. I think my brush is stuck.
You know, it doesn't look any better. I think we need to cut it.
Yeah, that sounds like a good idea.
Well, it's not working as well as I thought it would. You know, quite frankly, we weren't taught anything about this in nursing school. I think you're just going to have to cut the brush out.
Oh, we need to call an ambulance.
Oh, no. I am not going anywhere with a brush, a screwdriver, and a spoon sticking out of my head.
Well, you know, it just looks like we need to cut it out.
Well, no, I don't want a bald spot on top of my head either. Oh.
We need scissors.
Oh.
Now, listen to reason, Susan. Which sounds
Ah!
better? Which sounds better, a bald spot or a hairbrush, a screwdriver, and a spoon on your head?
Oh, my life is ruined. I'll never be able to look in a mirror again. I just never thought I'd have such problems. This is worse than a migraine. Oh, I'll just hide under the bed.
Well, you know, we can't go on this way. Everything we seem to do to it just makes it worse. I think we're just gonna have to cut it.
Oh, no.
Yeah, well, you're going to have to choose either a bald spot or a hairbrush and a screwdriver and a spoon.
Oh.
Can we cut it now?
No!
So,
No! Oh.
I say we cut it.
I say cut it.
Yeah, I think so.
No.
Yeah.
All right. Cut it. But don't you tell anybody.
Okay.
And especially do not tell Martha Westberg. She'll put it in a play.
Our lips are sealed.
You bet.
Well, that's one more problem solved, and it was solved by a group working together in common sense. Bravo to them. Susan has survived her ordeal, but has not forgotten the trauma of the event. It was like a nightmare to her, and her head aches from the efforts to get the hairbrush separated from her head. She feels depressed and lonely. She's called on her dearest friends to help her through this difficult time. Isn't that what friends are for? We see Grace and Ardith ready to assist if they can figure out what the problem is.
I'm so glad you came to visit. I just really need your friendship. I've just had a traumatic event. Well, Susan, what tragic thing has happened to you? Oh, I'm so, I just can't speak of it yet. It's too painful.
Susan, you know you can trust us.
Of course.
Yes. And we respect your privacy.
Yes.
We'll never pry into your secrets.
Of course not.
No.
I did hear that you had a problem. Are you ill?
Do you have a headache? No. You know, you look as if you're in pain.
Why are you wearing that lovely scarf? Did Bob hit you?
Oh, goodness. He did, didn't he? Have you been crying? Your eyes seem awfully red. You just wait until I see that rotten husband of yours.
No.
Yes.
Bob did not hit me. It's totally different. I just can't talk about it yet. Well, I'm sure you have good reasons. Maybe you'll tell us later. Maybe but so. You can be assured that Ardith and I won't tell anyone. We can keep a secret. I'm sure. So feel free to unburden your concerns whenever you feel it's best. Actually, I would rather talk about other people's problems. Ooh. Yes. I hear that Fergie has some debts. Let's talk about that. Well, listen to this. Dorothy wants him to go back to work. To work? Yes. And She's asking me to help find some possibilities.
Oh my
Oh.
goodness.
Do you suppose his friends are fearful that they want him to eat 300 cookies?
That would be disgraceful. But, you know, that hospital visit may have altered his personality.
I think
Oh,
so.
I know that that can happen.
Oh, really?
I had an aunt go to the hospital with a sinus infection, and she came home plumb crazy.
Oh.
Well,
Oh.
you know, have you noticed that Fergie has been acting just a little strange lately?
He has.
And, do you think that Dorothy is unreasonable to expect him to go back to work again?
Oh, I don't blame her. A wife must be secure in her marriage, and Fergie does not give the impression of being very stable.
And on the other hand, should she expect him to work at his age? I've heard that he's close to 90 years
90?
old. Yes.
Oh, no, that can't be right. Oh, my. If you're that old, do you think they can have daily exertion every day working? Oh, I don't know. You know, maybe Dorothy should be the one to go to work.
Oh, no, Artist. It's his debt.
Okay. Susan, isn't that pretty scarf rather warm on your head?
Oh, no. I expect to wear it for a very long time. They keep it so cold backstage, and I just need to keep my brain warm.
You know, maybe she'll start a new fad. What do you think?
Well, yes.
Well, I think it looks rather
Yes.
stylish
Thank you.
myself.
Thank you.
Well, I have a library meeting now. Let's meet again tomorrow and we'll discuss new problems.
Okay, let's go.
Okay, that sounds good.
Look, I am so glad I caught you. I want you sweet ladies to have some cookies.
Oh, my Fergie.
Oh, how
Kind of you.
Oh,
Oh,
one
How
for you.
thoughtful. How thoughtful. Dorothy's
you,
lucky to have a
Fergie. Oh,
romantic
yes.
man like you. Wow.
wow.
Ladies, I'm going to tell Frank about this.
Oh, I like these.
Dorothy is serious in her endeavor to get Fergie back to work to earn an income. He's so comfortable in his life at Butterfield Trail Village. He long ago gave up all thoughts of a 9-to-4 work day. But Dorothy is a determined fixer of all problems, and it seems logical to put Fergie to work in the work world again. After all, it's only long enough to earn $30,000, and she's seen many pages in the newspaper showing the need for workers. Surely there's a special place for one just for Fergie. She's asked her friends to find suitable want ads that might inspire him to make an application. Gail, Sherry, Jean, and Grace have suggestions. They're ready to help any way they can, except Jean says no baking of cookies.
Thank you for meeting with me. Why are you all wearing those scarves?
Well, it's just a new fashion trend that Susan started. I think it's really attractive, and we're all having a lot of fun with it.
It probably started in Paris, but it caught on real quickly here.
Dorothy, I am bug-eyed from reading ads. I think Fergie's going to have a lot of opportunities.
We're glad to help. The first ad I found says, now hiring, cashier needed for a new dry cleaning establishment. Must be 21 with 10 years experience. I thought it would be worth looking into.
Well, Fergie knows the value of dry cleaning, and he's good with money. He spent a fortune getting his shirts pressed at the cleaners for the past 10 years. He's been there so much, surely that would count as experience.
Hey, Dorothy, here's one that sounds easy. A volunteer is wanted to work as a scarecrow in a field near Goshen. No previous experience is needed because they're going to train him. Must be able to stand for many hours without a break and have no fear of birds.
But it asks for a volunteer. Do they give a salary? Besides, that'd be a long commute on a bicycle.
Hey, here's another one, ladies. Wanted a friend between the ages of 30 and 35. Must be tall, muscular, enjoy horseback riding in the desert, and love adventure.
I don't understand that as a paying job. And that part of being tall and muscular.
Well, listen to this one. You can become a bus driver and have a corner office with a view. All you need is a driver's license and the ability to get from point A to point B. Apply today.
Ooh, that sounds good. Maybe he could apply to be a Butterfield bus driver. But I think they require more than that.
Yeah, our drivers are intelligent, and they don't even mind when we talk behind their backs. They tell us where to get off, and where to get on in a tactful way.
Ladies, listen to this ad. Need a companion who loves camping and fishing. Must be able to build a campfire and cook frog legs. Oh, in small print, and love 7 children.
Fergie can't do any of that.
Well, I saw a place that wanted cab drivers. It required good driving and few criminal records.
Hey, here's one. This sounds very important, really. It's from Town. Grape stompers wanted. Must have a good balance and large feet. Oh, skinny folks need not apply.
That sounds like a seasonal work.
Now, wait, this is interesting. Night watchman needed. Must have good night vision and no fear of long hours in dark places. No experience needed. On-the-job training is provided. Must provide your own flashlight.
Oh, Fergie has a flashlight and is not afraid of dark, but I am. I need him here. I'm frightened by noises in the night.
And we do have all kind of noises here.
Grace, did you find one more?
As a matter of fact, ladies, I did. Listen to this one. Looking for a good-looking young man. Must love sand, long moonlight walks, and willing to share expenses.
Well, Grace, I don't think that's going to fit the kind that Fergie needs.
Well, it's a try.
I thank you all for all your help. We must keep searching to find that perfect work.
Yep.
Oh, Fergie wants all our guests to have cookies when they come to visit. And I thank you all for all your work. You really have done a good job. Thank you. Thank you so
Tell him
much.
thank you. What a sweet guy.
Yes, tell Fergie.
Yeah.
Thank you very much for these
What?
Oreo cookies.
I will.
Good covered.
Thank you very much for doing all the work you've done.
What a kind man.
Yeah.
I need to tell Kurt. He loves cookies.
Well, Fergie is reluctantly going to do his first interview. Dorothy has laid out his best clothes and reminded him to look alert and ready for work. He grumbled that he does not feel ready for work at all, but he does not want to displease Dorothy, and he has no better idea for paying the debt. Maybe he'll find something easy with a good salary and end this ordeal quickly. So, with some hope, he goes to apply for work in the customer service in a large department store. We'll see him in the store office.
Good afternoon, Mr. Ferguson. I'm Mr. Allen, a representative of the J.C. Nichols store. For security reasons, this interview will be filmed. I hope you don't mind.
Mine? Of course not. I don't mind. I have no secrets.
Why are you applying for this job?
Well, because my wife wants me to work.
Well, we respect family values. Are you bilingual?
Lingual? Blah, blah, blah. No. I am just one lingual.
Well, we'd like to know about your past work. Did you bring any references?
No, they all died.
Well, now, I like to ask unusual questions to test your coping ability. If I gave you a large elephant, what would you do with it?
Oh, that is easy. I would give it to Judy Doyle. She needs it.
How many cows are there in Canada?
Man, go count them yourself if you need to know. I don't know. I don't even care, fact.
Are you a good listener with the ability to smile no matter what you're hearing?
Yes. I listen to my wife every day. The smiling is simple. I just turn off my hearing aid, smile from ear to ear, and I nod occasionally.
Many firms are hiring today. Why do you want to work for our company?
Well, if I have to work, it might as well be for your company as any other. I don't discriminate. I'm open-minded to all.
Okay, there's room for advancement here. We like to reward good work. What accomplishments did you make in your last employment?
In my last employment, I achieved retirement.
Well, thank you for coming in, Mr. Ferguson. I think I have some clear indications of what you can do. I wish you well in your job search.
Well, when can I expect to hear your decision?
How about right now? You did not get the job.
And to think, I brought you a box of cookies.
I think you need to get more training and develop new work skills. I have no more time for you today. And here, you can't bribe me with cookies.
Oh, my.
Well, it looks like Dorothy needs to give Fergie better advice on how to do an interview. But we know he's not interested in improving his interview skills. She does not realize that he's not interested in making a good impression. He thinks what they see is what they get. So, improving his technique would be like trying to put lipstick on a pig. Even the faithful wife, Dorothy, she comforts him about not getting the job and is optimistic about the next interview, which is for a pet sitter. Miss Nina, the true Southern lady, is interviewing Fergie now.
Mr. Ferguson, I am Nina Simmons, and I represent the National Pet Nannies Association.
nannies, does that have anything to do with goats?
We do not have any goat clients at the moment, but we find sitters for all kinds of pets. Do you have a favorite animal?
Animal, man, they all look the same to me, but I don't do snakes.
Oh, that's unfortunate, because I have a pet owner who has 6 little garden snakes, and he wants a reliable person to love and care for them.
That is not going to be me.
By the way, we film all our interviews.
Well, that's okay with me. I don't mind.
All of our pet owners have jobs which require them to work on time. Are you punctual?
Punctual? Well, yes. I use a lot of commas, some colons, but I never use semicolons.
Are you having trouble understanding me? I'm from Tennessee, and I have been vaccinated.
I would never have guessed it. Oh, no.
I was referring to your promptness or tardiness.
Well, I can do both.
Pets come in all sizes. Have you had experience with all kinds of animals, both small and large?
I tell you, I have fed animals of all sizes out at the zoo.
When you were young, did you ever wish your teddy bear would come to life and speak to you?
I never had any teddy bears.
Oh, so you had a deprived childhood.
Yeah.
Has this interfered with your adult adjustment to life?
Adult adjustment? No, I'm well adjusted. I go to a chiropractor regularly.
One of our owners has a pet skunk and gives very specific instructions for her care. Can you love and care for a skunk?
What does the little skunky need?
It's a baby skunk, and the special care includes an hour of bonding before feeding, and then wrapping her in her blankie.
That's more care than I get.
The total care of animal requires feeding, walking, and cleaning up their eliminations.
Well, I am good at feeding and good at walking, but cleaning up eliminations should be eliminated from my work.
You need to carry a first aid kit at all times, and we do not provide that.
Okay.
It's important to have a ready supply of antibacterial cream, Band-Aids, gauze, and a tourniquet.
But why? Everyone says that their dogs don't bite.
Just trust me on this. Be prepared. And remember, dogs must be walked in all kinds of weather. Rain, sleet, snow, hot sunshine, and whatever comes.
I work only in the coolness of fall and the warmth of spring. Don't any of your owners stay at home in the summer and winter to care for their own pets?
What do you have against working in the summer and the winter?
I take my vacations in summer and winter times. It agrees with my health.
Pets do not coordinate their needs with your calendar. Can you bring me a referral from your last job?
I'm afraid he is not available, and his grandchildren do not know me.
So, no references. Well, let's go on. I have to tell you, some people have very large animals.
Well, I have never met an animal which frightened me.
One owner has a very large lion that needs to be walked every day. Sometimes it gets frisky and his roar scares people. I never go near it.
I have never met that one. That may be an exception for me.
I'm beginning to wonder why you want to work for us.
Well, it's because I have a strong habit of eating every day, and my wife says, no work, no eat.
I think it's important to love what you do in your work.
If I have to, I can fake it. Believe me, I have faked it for 50 years eating her miserable meatloaf.
Have you ever been fired from a job and why?
You want the first one or the last one?
I'm sorry, you seem to lack the animal qualifications we need. I cannot hire you. Good day.
Well, have a box of cookies anyway.
A true Tennessee gentleman. Thank you, Fergie.
Well, Fergie has not shown much skill in interviewing. Maybe his body language showed that he really doesn't want the jobs in the first place. He was not energetic or enthusiastic. He did not say thank you at the end, but he did give him a gift of cookies. We do have one more interview for him, and maybe this will be the ideal work that Dorothy desires. There is a need for a cemetery superintendent at the Best Way Care Cemetery. He has a good chance for employment here as they have a big turnover. No worker stays very long, so now they're looking for a long-term employee. Just what Fergie needs for his long-time debt. There are some perks to this kind of work. It has a peaceful, friendly atmosphere, and there are no rush hours.
Hi, I'm Mr. Aaron. Thank you for coming in today and wanting to talk about your career. Would you like to have some coffee?
Well, yes, please, I believe.
Sorry, I have no sugar or creamer. Is black okay?
Well, what other colors do you have?
Only black, and if you were here 20 minutes ago, you could have helped me kill this off.
I missed that.
Now, do you mind if we film this interview?
No problem. But the question is, who is that crazy lady I just met? She said you are hard to get along with and that I should not believe a word that you say.
That's Miss Lily Dally. Don't pay any attention to her. She's my secretary, and I can't get rid of her because she is my boss's sister. God knows that I have tried.
I don't believe she is very helpful to you.
I try to ignore her every day. Now in this job, in general, it calls for the care of the grounds and some daily care of each tombstone.
Are there commissions?
Well, no, and don't expect any tips either. You just do it all day and keep accurate records of all the occupants. Families tend to get upset when they get mixed up.
Yeah.
You'll have some security duties also.
Security duties? Whatever for? I would not think there would be any dangerous complainers there.
Well, security is to regulate the visitors who come to the cemetery.
Oh, well, that might be necessary, I think.
I brought you some coffee.
I don't need any coffee. We have coffee already. What do you?
I am trying to be nice to you, and I know more about what you need than you do. I'm gonna take this stuff that you call coffee, it looks like sludge, and give you a new pot.
Please go start your to-do list.
Oh, of course, immediately, in his dreams.
She makes me want to buy a gun.
Are the visitors to the cemetery troublesome?
They can be. Take joggers, for instance. Funeral processions on the highways require cars to slow down for respect. In a cemetery, we expect joggers to maintain a respectful speed. They should not zip through as if going through a fire.
Yeah, I guess that would be distractful to the burial procedures.
And dog walkers can be a problem too.
Oh, why? The barking will not disturb anybody, and most animal owners pick up after their dogs.
Pick up, yes, but you see, by that time, the dog has already been disrespectful.
Oh, yeah.
Mr.
I can see
Aaron,
that.
exactly who did you think was going to do the to-do list?
That was meant for you, Miss Dally.
Oh, you're serious. I don't have time for that today because today is my salon appointment.
Miss Dally, do you mind? We are trying to have an interview here.
You're surely not going to hire the pale one. He looks like he should be here and buying a tombstone, not interviewing for a job.
I can make my own decisions. Now, will you please leave us?
Fine. Do it your way, but I'm always right. Do you know that in my former job, my boss, Mr. Quentin Trammell, some of you may know him, he was so distraught when I quit, he threw a party to cheer himself up.
And if you believe that story, you're drunker than I am. I can't believe her.
Something else.
All right, Mr. Fergie, are you allergic to flowers? That would be a problem.
Fowlers, I get along fine with the Fowlers. They're wonderful neighbors, and I hear they have family buried right here in your cemetery.
And why are you leaving your present position?
My wife?
Oh, is she ill?
No. She's just stubborn and she nags me all the time.
I understand. I have a secretary like that.
Oh,
I
okay.
heard that.
I said it loud.
I'm not deaf, you know. Mr. Ferguson. Oh, excuse me. Look at all the cookies. Are you here to get my job?
Well, I don't know.
Well, let me just talk to you a moment. My job requires some very special skills.
Yeah?
Can you chew gum and walk at the same time?
I don't know. I've never tried.
Would you be offended by wearing gaudy earrings?
Well, I think so.
I would say that your IQ level is fairly low. But then again, Mr. Aaron has no IQ.
Well, if I was any smarter, you wouldn't be here.
Mr. Ferguson, can you file your nails, paint your toenails, and answer 3 phone calls at the same time?
I don't understand. Is that part of the job?
Miss Dally, will you please leave us?
Listen, you better be nice to me. I know all of your secrets, and I can and will elaborate.
I assure you, I don't want your job.
Well, let me just tell you, the rat race around here is not too bad, but they really are lacking in cheese, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
And Mr. Aaron, I'm leaving now. I certainly cannot be late for my salon appointment. And I will not be in tomorrow because I have another very important appointment. It's called a nail appointment. So, toodaloo!
It's going to take more than 2 days to make you look presentable.
Listen here, bud. My brother is your boss.
I can't believe she is supposed to be a secretary.
I can't believe it either, and I'm afraid I am going to do physical harm to her someday. She is like a hemorrhoid, if you know what I'm talking about.
Mr. Aaron, is there room for advancement here? What do you think I would be doing, say, 5 years from now?
Probably working somewhere else.
Oh,
People don't last long here, and in fact, just after this week, I'll be gone.
oh. You must be really unhappy. I tell you what. Here. Have a box of cookies.
Well, thanks. This is the first time that anyone's ever given me anything here.
Is that right? Well then, here. Have another one.
I love you.
Oh, hey, yes.
Well, you see, I have learned that I do not like being a security guard, a doctor, which most of my patients has ended up here,
Oh, yeah.
or a cemetery worker. So I will look for a career number 4.
Now, Martha could help you with that. Or maybe you should just retire.
Oh no, I've gotten used to this celebrity life, all the applause for my acting. I would miss that. And it brings out the best in me. Maybe I'll go to Hollywood.
Oh, you need to, because Hollywood needs help.
I advise you to go apply someplace else. This is deadly work every day. Miss Dally comes with the job. Let's have another cup of coffee and do you a favor and forget about this interview.
Oh, I believe I can forget it, I think.
Well, it seems that Dorothy has demanded more from Fergie than he can deliver. He's found the interviews boring, exhausting, and without any good results. Only Mr. Aaron offered friendly conversation and some hope, although not with his cemetery company. No job has magically appeared for Fergie. This is a serious situation. However, they are still searching for a way to live happily ever after.
I thought it was a good idea, but you've had no success in finding a job. And you're such a good worker. This debt remains like a dark cloud over our heads.
Yes, I know. And I am so sorry to disappoint you, Dorothy.
I know it took courage to go to those interviews. I wonder what went wrong. Couldn't they see you were good for their company? What are they going to do?
I tell you, I cannot think of a single thing to do now.
I can't either. Is our peaceful life over? This is not the way I imagined our retirement.
Hello.
Hello, I am Mr. Goodhart of the National Employee Training Network. Are you Mr. Fergie Ferguson?
Well, yes, I am. But what are you selling that I don't want?
We're offering something which could be very valuable to you.
I doubt that you can help me in any way. My wife and I can find no solution to our problems.
Well, look up, Mr. Ferguson. Do you remember those job interviews you recently did?
Yes, I can remember. Those were very sad days.
This may be your happy day. You see, we have watched the films of all of those interviews, and we and other schools across the nation want to use them as training lessons on how not to interview for the graduating classes in our business schools. Other schools in England and Germany have also seen them as valuable teaching aids. We want to arrange payment for the use of the films.
But that might be embarrassing to me because I never got the jobs.
Well, maybe this will help ease your embarrassment. You look like an experienced professional actor to us, so we're prepared to offer $10,000 for each film and commissions of $1,000 for each playing of the films. And so far, they look very, very popular.
Oh, man, I tell you, I accept that.
Great. I will come by later today to get the contract signed. Goodbye.
Dorothy, did you hear? I got a job. I'm a success at last. Yeah.
Oh, I'm so proud of you. So proud of you. Let's open a box of cookies.
Let's do it. Let's open those cookies and celebrate.
Yeah.
Well, what can I say? At first you don't succeed, stand by for better days ahead without debts. Now we can say Dorothy and Fergie may live happily ever after. Fergie can relax in the good news of another ordinary day. After eating 300 cookies from Michael's play and 400 boxes from Martha's play, it's rumored that many Butterfield residents are seriously addicted to cookies. This might be a tasty issue for another play.
We thank you for coming to our play. And perhaps I should tell you that that little problem with a hairbrush actually happened to one of my neighbors. And she really did say, "Don't tell Martha, she'll put it in a play." So I just did, Penny. And I admit we did exaggerate it a little bit. Now, join us in the lobby for refreshments, please.